What's going on, Shady Sports Network? All y'all out there. It's your boy Cedric Green back once again. First episode of 2024. Kind of dropped the ball on promoting it because I was kind of going back and forth like, man, I need to get my show back out there. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do it? Finally I was like, just do it. You see there's a little bit of differences. Changed the name of the show. It's called Mile High Bandwagon. I also got an intro for it that I made. It'll get better, but I just, I like it. So, I'll talk about why I changed the name to Mile High Bandwagon. I felt I had my fantasy show and I was trying to do my sports talk show also. Kind of all over the place, trying to jump and do on other shows as well and kind of drop the ball and everything. So I was like, why not just combine it? I can talk fantasy football on this show. I can talk the NFL. I can kind of put both together and see how it goes. I think it'll turn out pretty great. I'll touch on the Nuggets as well too, coming back to back for the second championship this year, I believe. So I hope you guys believe we'll kind of touch on them as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm Cedric Green. This is Shady Sports Network, man. It's Mile High Bandwagon. Let's go ahead and kick it with that intro.
Mile. High. Four. Bandwagon.
Welcome to the Mile High Bandwagon. Come and chat with me. This the Mile High Sports Chat track for the city. From big threes to touchdowns, I'm talking hat tricks. If it's a competition, that's probably where I'm at. This the Mile High Bandwagon. Find me on Shady Sports Network.
Like subscribe.
This the Mile High Bandwagon.
Follow, like subscribe. Follow, like subscribe. Shady Sports Network. Follow, like subscribe.
Yeah. Mile High Bandwagon. Like I said, we coming with a new flavor for 2024. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, my goal is to bring you guys Broncos news. I know we're going into the off season, but I want to keep you updated on the Broncos because I love the Broncos. People say, well, Cedric, you're from Florida. Why do you rep the Broncos? I won't go into the history of it all, but I do love that organization. It's orange and blue, man. Coming from the Gators, I got to stick with the orange and blue. So I will try to keep you guys updated on that. So I do want to start off talking on them. It's a couple things going on. First off, with the whole Russell Wilson news, it was crazy. When we got Peyton Manning, I felt like nobody accepted it as first. It was Peyton Manning, and people were still like, well, he's been hurt, he's been this, he's been that. What are we doing here? But when we traded away the farm for Russell Wilson, it was just like it was made to be. It was like a homecoming. Everybody accepted it. We thought we were going to the Super Bowl. He had he had the Super Bowl trophies on the side of his cleats. Everybody's counting the Super Bowls we're gonna win, man. And 2 years later, look at it. Now, gone through two coaches, and now the question is, well, dang, what, how are we gonna climb out of the, all the cap hell we're gonna be in, the cap purgatory, which I'm sure they'll climb out of it. It's $1 billion, industry, $1 billion team, so they know what they're doing. They'll figure out ways to work the money and work around it. But I don't think Russell Wilson's going to be back. I don't even know if I want to see Russell Wilson back. I think at this point in time, as a fan, I'm ready to turn the page and start laying down a foundation that looks solid going forward. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do. It's going to be interesting. It's not really too many options that they really can do besides trying to maybe trade away future draft picks to move up in the draft and try to get one of those key quarterbacks, or maybe try to stick around where they are and hope that they can get a solid first round quarterback, but not a top tier quarterback, someone that they can build with the next 2-3 years. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because I don't think Russell Wilson's going to be back. Regardless, it's going to be interesting to see where he goes too. I've been hearing, Pittsburgh being floated around. I don't know if Pittsburgh wants to take that on. I don't. They got Kenny Pickett. They still got Mason Rudolph. That he took them to the playoffs. granted, they didn't win. And we'll talk about the playoffs here in a little bit too, as well. Because I mean, it's been an interesting. I love playoffs. I love the NFL playoffs. I love the NBA playoffs. As I get into the more alternative football leagues, I'm going to be anxious to watch their playoffs because that's what it comes down to. The season's great and it's amazing to watch what you see the star players shine throughout the season, but when it comes down to the playoffs, then it's like, okay, let's play. But anyway, back to it. So, yeah, I don't know if Russell Wilson's going to be in Pittsburgh. I don't know where he's going to go. I'm sure he's going to end up somewhere, and play another few years to try to rebuild his legacy back up. But it just won't be here. And it's going to be interesting to see what the team looks like. Looks like Cortland Sutton's gone. It looks like it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Jerry Jeudy as we move more into the offseason and get closer to next year in April. But it's going to be an entirely different team next year. I don't think it's going to be Jarrett Stidham. I hope it's not Jarrett Stidham. I don't want it unless we have one of those rookies coming in ready to sit under him for like half a year. I hope it's not Jarrett Stidham. And if you guys are watching, let me know what you think. Who would you like to see, quarterback in the Broncos next season? If you are a Broncos fan, I just think that it's frustrating to sit and watch them do the same thing year after year, and it's past time. They can't plug and play with just some veteran quarterback and say, yeah, we're gonna go all in for this year, because we've been going all in, every year for the past how many years? 6, 8 years, and haven't gone anywhere. And we keep ending up in the same place, and they keep bringing in, these draft picks that don't work. The Paxton Lynch's, Drew Lock was decent, serviceable, but nothing that shows any signs for the future. So I'm ready to see them make something drastic happen, to show they're saying, hey, look, we're ready to go. We're ready to rebuild. We're not trying to say we're all in to win now, because they can't win now. The league's too good. There are teams that are consistently getting better. That makes it harder to win now. I mean, look at the Texans, going into their second playoff game with a rookie quarterback and a rookie coach. So it can be done. That's all I'm saying. As a fan, I'm tired of sitting and waiting and hoping that this is the year, because we're going all in supposedly, and we don't even have the squad. We don't even have the talented players to go all in and do it. If we're going to go all in, go get a solid, starting running back. We're going to go all in, get a true number one wide receiver, get some more help on the back end, for the cornerback. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I really want to start off with fantasy football, because fantasy football ended. I won one of my leagues, so out of 4, I won one. I thought that was a good turnout, 25%, right? Maybe. Tell me what leagues you guys are in or what you're doing. So they're all PPR leagues. The one I won, surprisingly, was our keeper league with Josh Allen. I did not expect to win with Josh Allen, and actually I was ready to get rid of Josh Allen. So now I'm like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm going to keep Josh Allen this year and take him in the next season, because he's going off in the playoffs. He just went off on the Steelers. He had 4 touchdowns. So maybe I will stick with him and keep him for next year. It'll be interesting to see what it comes down to. I have Tua as my second quarterback on the bench. I think I'm going to move on from him. And it's going to be interesting to see what Miami does. I know the GM came out and said that they're married to him, and they're looking forward to having him for the long term. But I feel like that's what's said when they're about to get rid of somebody. So it's going to be interesting to see the landscape of the quarterbacks in the NFL these next few months. If any changes happen, come March, what it looks like. So, I think my thoughts, actually, let me get back to fantasy football. I'm kind of going off. It's hard doing this by myself. I'm not really used to doing it just by myself. I kind of have to keep myself in check. I don't have like a producer or nothing. It's just me, man. So if you want to come and hop on, hit me up. Let me know it'd be nice to have someone to chat with. But if not, I'm still gonna ride and rock and get my thoughts out there. Anyway, back to it. Yeah, so in my keeper league, I ran with Josh Allen, which the whole season I don't know, I was back and forth on it. But I think the biggest thing that helped me out in all of my leagues in fantasy football this year was really just sticking to my guns and not chasing that score, not chasing the past week's score or getting down on my players because they didn't score as high. Because Josh Allen had some down weeks for sure. I did try to switch him out for Tua, but it didn't do anything. I have Bryce Young. I don't know, man. I might hold on to him because that might be valuable. But I only get to keep 4 players in that league, so that makes it interesting to really sit down and be like, all right, who am I going to keep? I kept Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, the Bills defense, and I forget who else I kept last season, but I don't have them anymore. So that tells you something. And I got the Bills defense on the bench. Derrick Henry is going to be interesting to see where he goes. So I don't know if I'm going to keep him. But anyway, I pulled it out and somehow won that league. I don't know how. It was being dominated by the homie Chris. He dominated that league and my league that I run, my ESPN league. That one was in sleeper. I don't know. He ran through the season and stayed number 1 the whole season, and somehow I pulled it out in the sleeper league. In the ESPN league, I think I came in 5th or 6th. I was kind of running near the top the whole season and just kind of fell apart, man. Justin Jefferson. I think next year, my outlook on fantasy football, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go after the players that never get hurt, which isn't possible, but somehow, I'm going to go after players, that have a very low injury history, regardless of star status, I guess. But I'm going to like my 7th or 8th season in fantasy, and I think I'm starting to slowly get the hang of it. And it's been cool, like having multiple leagues, seeing how different they are across the board. But yeah, so in my sleeper league, I won. I came in first. The ESPN league that I run, that's a PP. They're all PPR. That's an 8-man league, and I came in 6th. Kind of crap the bed towards the end of the season. I don't know. Team fell apart. And then there in my work league. Oh man, you don't even know. I went on a run in my work league, only to lose in the first round of the playoffs. I think I'm like 4th or 5th in that league. And then my Yahoo league, that's a 12-man Iron Man league, 2 quarterback. It's crazy. I came in last. I got dusted in that league. I don't even know how it worked out. I couldn't get any points to save my life. But, that's fantasy football. Next year, I'm starting a Dynasty League. So if you know anything about Dynasty League, got any points, any tips, feel free to reach out to me. You can find me at Said Sells Homes. You can find me at Cedric Green. Or you can hit up Shady Sports Network on shadysportsnetwork.com or at Shady Sports Net or at Shady Sports Network. Shady Sports Network, type it in Google. You'll find us. You'll find me, man. And send me your questions. We're everywhere, all over the web. I'm telling you, we've been growing massively. And that's why I just want to get out here and get in front of you guys and remind you who I am. I don't necessarily bring 100% accurate facts, but I'm bringing you some stuff, man, as a fan. For the love of the sports, man. Mostly football, but man, come on. I'll sit down and chop it up basketball with you too. Like I said, Nuggets are gearing up for another run. They've been looking good. Let's see what their record's looking like right now. See if I can get that pulled up here. But man, I tell you, OKC, holy crap. Their team is holy crap, they've been running through the NBA. It's cool to see like all these younger stars starting to come around to their own and like see like the shift. It's like, dang, I am getting older. Well, hold on, guys. Trying to get it pulled up here. Anyway, whatever. See? So I can go live, just keep me going. Anyway. But yeah, guys, this is Mile High Bandwagon. I'm going to try to bring you any type of local sports news that I can bring to you guys, man. If you got a local rec team, let me know about them. My friend's son, he wrestles. I'm gonna bring you news about them. Let you see updates on sports in the local Mile High City, man, the Denver area and Colorado and surrounding areas. I mean, there's some great young athletes. There's some great, mid-range, minor league athletes as well out here. So, we got it on and popping. So I plan to bring you as much information as I can. And I hope you guys rock with me, man, and see how we go about it. Eventually I'll have segments for you. You know what I mean? I'll break it down, man. I'll have, rankings. I'll have all kinds of stuff, updates. That's my goal. But today I just got me. I just wanted to get this done and get this out there because I felt like I've just been kind of sitting like, I want to get it going. So rock with me, man. Let me know what you think, man. You love it, you like it. Let's what you want to see. I'm all for it, man. You want to come on here, like I said earlier, and chat with me. Let's do it. But I mean, let's see. Let's get it pulled up. My computer's going super slow. All right, here we go. So I do got the Nuggets standings right here. They're at 28-13 right now. Third place in the West behind OKC, behind the Timberwolves. Man, I'm telling you, like their division has been crushing the West for like the past, I don't even know, like at least 3 years, because I mean the Nuggets came out smashing last year. But OKC, they got a great young team over there with SGA. They're coming around. I don't know what's up with the whole Giddy situation, but they got some young talent locked in. And then the Timberwolves, it looks like they're finally figuring it out with their twin towers over there, with Gobert and Carl Anthony Towns. But I mean, man, you just watch the Nuggets play. It's like watching the Spurs back in the day. It's basketball. It's team basketball, and some nights, yeah, Joker's only putting up 3 shots, 4 shots, but he's dishing out 16 to 20 assists. He's still, bringing down 13 to 18 rebounds. Man, they're banging right now. I'm telling you, like the whole MPJ thing, I'm sure they'll get that sorted out. But we got Strother over there. We got Peyton Watson coming around. So we got our young guys coming up too. That's the thing. The Nuggets are a young team too. Yeah. Seems like for 4 or 5 years we've been saying, oh, wait until so and so's not hurt. Watch what we do when we get everybody on the court healthy. We get Murray back, we get Joker back. All MPJ's out for half the season. And then look what happened when it finally clicked. But they're still young too, they're still on, just their first and second contracts as well. So we got time to carry stuff. And it's gonna be interesting to see what happens as the season gets closer to the end. Hopefully I can keep you guys updated on it, but I'm telling you, they'll be right there in the thick of it come playoffs. I ain't even worried about it. But yeah, let me see what else I had planned to kind of touch on. Oh, the coaching, NFL coaching hires and fires. Man, it feels like half the NFL coaches were fired these past few weeks. Let's see how many were fired or let go or quit, whatever it may be. I did see that Belichick was interviewing with Atlanta. Um, and then also that John Harbaugh was interviewing with the Chargers. Man, let's see this list though. You got the Raiders opening. You got the Panthers, Chargers, Falcons, Commanders, Titans, Seahawks, Patriots. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Did I miss any? Even if I did, that's a lot. That's a lot of openings, man. Out of that list, I'd have to say, man, 2 in the AFC West. Broncos better be at least second in the AFC West next year. I don't want to hear nothing. Let's see, man. I'd say probably the best opening would have to be the Seahawks, and maybe the Falcons, just because you kind of saw what you have and you know what you need to do. Um, Commanders, they need a quarterback. Titans need a quarterback, running back, wide receivers, defense. Seahawks, man, they got a solid receiving core. If you got a solid quarterback room, it's not the best, but it's solid, and they've been around together for years. Patriots, man, you good luck. Good luck. I'd say Chargers is that's a crazy one because they have an okay team, but they got the Chargers curse. So I don't know if I'd want to go coach there. You're gonna be out in 2 years. And then the Raiders, I mean, it's the Raiders. Like they better keep what's his face? Is it Antonio Pierce? They might as well just keep him. It's the best record they've had in years. And then the Panthers, you got your first round pick, but then you got to decide what you're going to do the next few years with your first round pick, and you're still starting over. But you can build around them, so maybe that's a good spot too. But we'll see. So far, so like I said, Bill Belichick is scheduled to interview with the Falcons, and then John Harbaugh was scheduled to interview with the Chargers. I think John Harbaugh is probably going to make his rounds to a few teams, whether it be he wants to come back or whether he wants to keep building interest. Oh yeah, I do got Rapid City season 2 of Marshall's Law coming back. Thanks, Chris. That's another thing. Like I said, I'm getting into the alt football, man. Last year they were indoor football. This year they're going to be arena football. So it's going to be super interesting to see what the biggest changes are and how they handle that. Also, it's going to be interesting to see how they stack up in that league. I know speaking with X-Man and just watching West, man, they've been bringing a lot of energy. So I'm hoping that carries over because it's going to be really fun to sit and follow them. Um, we have the process down a bit better. We know exactly how we're going to go about it and how we're going to get stuff out there. Also speaking on the Marshalls, so their off-season workouts start in March. You can go to their website. Their season starts in April, I want to say. Let me pull it up. So rapidcitymarshalls.com. That's one S. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's www.marshallsfootball.com. Here, let me put that in the chat. Yeah, you can go there. Check out the ticket link. You purchase tickets, use the code Shady10. You do get 10% off on those tickets. So if you're in Rapid City, South Dakota area, you want to check out some good football, man, check out Rapid City Marshalls. So it's marshallsfootball.com. And use the code Shady10 for 10% off those tickets, man. Let me see. No, Chris, I do not know how to get media credentials. I'm just trying to get, you know what I'm saying, just some media footage, much less media credentials. No, but I'm gonna make my way out there, and I'm definitely gonna touch down. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see him live. Um, one of these days. You guys want to help me get out the Rapid City? Let me know. Shady Sports Network, Cedric Green. You know what I mean? You want to set up a sponsorship for it? Hey, we can get it going and popping. I would love to get out there and cover their games live and, just see those guys play in person because last year, those guys did have a lot of passion last year for sure. It was a little hard league. It was or not a little hard league. It was a difficult league. I felt like there was, at times where they weren't catching their footing, but the players definitely had passion. So I'm anxious to see who they're bringing back. I'm anxious to see who they're bringing on, and I'm just excited for the energy they're going to be bringing. But yeah, man. This is it. Mile High Bandwagon. Thank you guys for joining me. Of course, we're popping now. We can get it on and popping and keep talking if you guys want to. Um, but I mean, at the same time, too, we can save it for episode 2. Trying to do this every Tuesday. Be about the same time, so 1 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesdays. Look for me on Shady Sports Network on all the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitch. Sometimes on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you can find me under Cedric Green, Cedric Green, if you want to get exact. Man, I'm just happy to be able to have this platform to share my view about sports. And if you guys want, hit me up anytime. I'd love to chat sports with you. Look forward to seeing my face a lot more in 24. I'm definitely going to be trying to, come on and just bring you some tidbits, even if it's a little update, whatever it may be, breaking news, whatever, 5-minute snippet, or just coming on like I did today, just ranting, just coming on, chatting. One thing I'd say, I would do wish on StreamYard I could see who was on here. So, I mean, if you want to drop, a hello, say what's up, what's good, shout out, let me know, who's watching. That'd be greatly appreciated. If not, man, like I said, hit me up, Cedric Green, at Cedric Green, at Shady Sports Network, at Shady Sports Net. We're everywhere you need to be. So check us out, man. It was a pleasure rocking with y'all, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.